Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man. As always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I have a special treat for you guys today. I have a rare Tursa vintage series, brand new. And it's a very unique color. It's deep plum. And actually it is deep plum because I have a black guitar right there. And it looks real close to black, but it isn't. And when I think of deep plum, it brings back great childhood memories when I was a kid. And one of my favorite fruits, I can't get the word out, was plums, And I remember that black coating skin, when you peel it back, it's got that red underline color. It's beautiful. It tastes great. And, that's what, the memory that this color triggers for me. And, now since we all done getting our stimulus check, I think most musicians got their eye on something. Mine's is a better keyboard stand for my keyboards, and actually I bought a keyboard already. I got another one coming in thanks to the stimulus. So this is a great deal. $299 plus $65 shipping and handling. I'm not able to ship to California because it will cost almost twice as much as that, and it would take a long time to get there. So I have to explain that in every video that I'm selling guitars, because I don't want the Californians thinking I'm just trying to weed them out. That's the reason why, unfortunately. But I got nothing but praise for Tursa guitars. Like I told you guys, I'm a professional musician. I've owned hundreds of guitars. I've played thousands. And what I'm about to say, I'm not bullshitting y'all or lying to you. Out of all the guitars that I've ever played, the Tursa Vintage Series have the best feeling neck. I repeat, the Tursa Vintage Series has the best playing and feeling neck I've ever played. The first one I got, I was like, whoa. Because most guitar necks to me, and this is just a personal opinion, they're a little bit thick. I had a Squire Dolphin Blue, and that thing was beautiful, and the action was just unbelievable. But the neck was just a tad bit too thick. It felt like I was holding a baseball bat in my hand. But the Tursa got it right, And I think most of y'all would feel the same if you played this guitar, because of course everybody's opinion is different. But this is a beautiful guitar. And before I stick it up to the camera, testing, let you guys see it, I'm going to share some stories with you guys, because like I told you guys, I had a near-death experience not once but twice in 2006. I almost died. I almost died, I woke up in the hospital. I was like, well, how the fuck I get here? And they explained it to me, and that experience times two changed my perspective on things tremendously. I was thinking like everybody else, because I was lied to like everybody else. And it was like one day I just woke up out of a dream. And one of the lies is the marketing, as far as, in order to, to play well or play, great, you got to have a $2,000 guitar, which is some bullshit. You want to be like everybody else that's getting suckered in. They got a $2,000 Les Paul. And most of those guitars get stolen if you're a working class musician in the club. It's rare that people break in your house and steal your guitars. They steal them at the club when you're getting a courtesy drink from the lady across the hall or across the room, because she got an eye on you because you've been playing all night and you up there and everybody, screaming at you. You being hit on or whatever, somebody back there stealing your shit, or coming out the back of the club at night with your equipment, pull out the gun and they take your shit, So it's like, what's the deal with this? Why do I have to go through this? So I realized a long time ago that forget that nonsense, that people think that you should be playing this kind of guitar because you're this caliber guitar player. Because I've had a guy say, he left me a comment, you need to start playing them cheap guitars the guy your caliber playing. It's like, he totally don't get it. He's totally still believe the marketing nonsense that we've been conditioned to believe, And I'm just going to share this, and sorry for veering off because this is important. I remember the first two American-made guitars guitars that I got, and I'm gonna share these stories with you. The first one And actually, the first one that's worth about $4,000. It was the Bicentennial Special Edition, 1977 or 76. And I remember I went up to Guitar Center and I was real good friends with the store manager. Shout out to, what is his name? Just that quick, I forgot it. But, what is his name? Because Tom, it's not Missouri, it's the last name. I forget his first name, sorry. But, I remember I went up there and I seen the American made because I'm like, I'm making some money now, so I can afford this. So I went there and he sold me the Bicentennial one, and I got it home because, like I said, spent about $800 on that guitar. And that was in the '80s, so it was like the equivalent of $2 or $3 now. So I went up there, I bought the guitar, and I got it home. I said, this guitar felt like it weighs like 100 fucking pounds. It was real heavy. And I'm like, I can't jump around on stage because that's what we used to do. A lot of these choreographs, like the time we hopping around, I'm like, I can't hop around this big ass thing strapped to my neck. So I spent the entire night up because I was afraid that I'm like, I got to take this back because and then the tone didn't sound good. I'm like, I had an Infinity Mexican made one that I felt better and sounded better to me. So I didn't get any sleep because I'm like, I hope that I can get my money back. So I went back up there and I talked to him and I said, this just don't work for me, man. He said, not a problem, man. You can bring it back. And it was a sign of relief because I was like, I'm going to be stuck with this guitar that I don't even feel good to play and too heavy. And then, I didn't spend $800 on something that I didn't like, but I thought I was going to like it based on what I was told, as far as the marketing. You ain't player unless you got American made. So I was happy I was able to get rid of that guitar. And then the second one's like 2 years later. I bought it off of a guy on Trading, The Reader in Chicago, Illinois. Bought the guitar, and it was a decent price. Same thing, real fucking heavy. Just didn't have that real punchy tone that the Squires had. So thank God, since it was American made, I added the paper 2 days later, and the guy responded the same day. And I was working downtown at the time in Chicago on my corporate gig, and the guy came and met me for lunch, and he bought the guitar. And I was like, you know what? I'm not bad anymore. I do have a couple or two that are in studios, and that's because the clients that I work with, they want that tone for some reason. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to go into a debate because I'm telling you, that one sounds better to me, but if that's what you want and that's what you paying me for, fine. So the moral of those stories are just because they were made somewhere in a certain place don't mean they better. Jay Turser, when I first had a Jay Turser put in my hand, I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, this thing felt good. It feels good. The neck is incredible. The action on all of these are always good. Jay Turser get it. They just get it. And again, I'm sorry for veering off, but I just need to say this. I've played all types of Strats, all types of Fender guitars, whether they American made, whether they Mexico, whatever. And what I noticed about those, because I thought it was me, I said, the action on these seems to be real. The tension is on the strings are real stiff. And I was playing nines at the time. I play eights now. I put eights on these just a minute ago. And I'm like, it feels like barbed wire, And when you play that dreaded F bar chord, it's like, come on now. I got to get through this. How long is it going to be? But when I play that here, I don't even think about that. And it's something about the way that they set up those Fender guitars, because it ain't about just lowering the strings or even getting the lightest gauge, because that's when I switched over to eights. I'm like, maybe eights would be better. Eights was a little better, but it's like it's still real stiff and the tension is real wretched, And I'm like, I don't understand. And I thought it was me, but I've talked to other musicians. Hey, man, I thought I was the only one that felt that way. I kept my mouth closed as I'm playing, the guitar that everybody like and got American made on it. So I'm in with the in crowd, But I come to realize it's something about the way that they set those guitars. They are very uncomfortable to play. But the J Tursers, they're beautiful. Let me stick this up to the camera. Sorry for all that talking, but I thought it was important. Again, the moral of the story is don't fall into that marketing just because They tell you that this is the end guitar to play, and you're supposed to spend $1,200. In most cases, you're not going to be as comfortable, I'm quite sure, as playing one of these. Like I told you, this guitar is brand spanking new. It's not used, and nobody else have ever played it. You know, like I said, I can't say enough about these. And $299, $65 shipping and handling. My PayPal information is right down there. Also, I'll leave a link to let you guys hear me play this guitar because it sounds great. You know, it's very rare to find a Venture series because all of J Tursa guitars are good, but the vintage series is just incredible. And they're hard to find, and it's extremely hard to find in this color. I've never seen this color, and once I got turned on to J Tursas about maybe 8 years ago, I just been always checking to try to find some, and the ones that doesn't have Ventures, they don't have this neck. The only ones that have the neck is the Venture series. And the neck, like I told you guys, is incredible. It feels good. You can play for hours. The action on all the J Tursas that I've run across, with the exception of the rosewood, the maple necks, the white necks, don't buy those. They're not nearly as good as these. And I've had two, almost three, and I said, okay, leave those alone. But the ones with the, the rosewood neck and the Vintage series, because it's hard to find these. I went on Reverb a couple of years ago, and I seen some that were priced kind of low. And I was like, they look the same. So I bought it. Action was jacked. And what I think that was somebody bought a bunch of B stocks, and they started to sell them on Reverb, and they were garbage. But it's extremely rare to find a Venture series. Brand new. It feels great to play. I put 8s on here. The action is real low. That's what I, again, love about J Tursa's guitars. You can play these things. You can play these things for long periods of time. When I play my American Made, I'm lucky if I get through 3 songs without saying, okay, I'm done here for now. But again, I do have a couple of American Mades throughout the country, and in studios. When I go down there, that's what the client wants. He wants this certain tone. I'm like, hey, you paying for it? You got it, buddy. But again, this is brand spanking new. I'm quite sure that this is not going to hang around too long. $299, which is incredible for this guitar. And it'll go out the very next business day with United States Postal with track and signature required. So again, $299, $65 shipping and handling. PayPal information is right down there. There's a link so you guys can hear me play this guitar. Because I just sold a gold one to my good friend Mark. Shout out to Mark. Todd Missouri. That's what his name was. He worked at the Guitar Center in Beverly, Illinois. Great guy. But yeah, I sold one just to a friend named Mark. Shout out to Mark. And I hated the part with that one because of the color. I mean, I love the color on this one too, but I had a gold color like that one before. And I wish I had kept it, but I wasn't playing it, Got a bunch of guitars. I can't play them all. But this is a great deal. You guys want to jump on this because like I told you guys, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not lying to you, I'm being honest. I've played thousands of guitars. No guitar come close to the necks on these things. On these guitars here. Nothing comes close to the neck and the way that it is set up, and the tension is real fluid. It's not stiff and rigid and hard, because you want to play. You want to bend your strings and just feel good playing. Because when my guitar doesn't feel good for me to play, I don't play well. It's a psychological thing. It's like, this shit feels like crap, and I got to get through a set playing this garbage, But when I play these guitars, I could play all day. Hands don't hurt. They don't crap up. I enjoy playing, So I'm going to sign off now. And like I told you guys, I only sell you guys good guitars. I don't sell nobody garbage. I don't sell guitars that got jacked up action. Because there are times I do get those kind of guitars, and guess what? They go back. I don't try to pawn them off on y'all. So, well, I need to just go ahead and get rid of this and send it off to somebody else. No, it goes back. I don't sell anything that I wouldn't keep myself and enjoy playing. You know, just who I am. That's how I am, you know. But again, I'm going to sign off now. Brand new, very rare, deep plum. That's the color. It looks black, but it's actually plum because I got a black one right there. Venture series. You know, it's hard to find the Venture series. You can go revert right now, and all day long you can find other guitars, and they won't say vintage. You know, every now and then you get lucky and run across a Venture series, and those are the ones that you want to grab because those are the only ones that got this neck on it. So I'm going to sign off now. Till next time, take care. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I don't think so. But, you know, leave me a comment down there. If you want this guitar, leave me a comment. Say, hey, Morris, man, I want it. Once I sell it, I'm just actually going to just take the video down because sometimes I just put soul across there, but I'm just going to take it down. Once it's gone, the video goes away too. But leave me a link, comment down and say, hey, Morris, man, I want to grab it because if you're looking at it right now, it's still available. So once you contact me, just don't send money. Contact me. We agree that you're going to get this guitar. You send me the money. Take the video down, and in your payment, please include your full legal name and your full address. Please put that in when you send the money. Put that in the little notation box. Please do that because if you don't, it slows down the process of you getting your guitar. Take care.